So
Go ahead.
there is one thing I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
So this thing about you calling me Hornet.
Yeah. You don't like that?
Well, I mean, it was just kind of broadcasted everywhere. People don't need to know my nickname, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. You don't want people to know. Well, it's too late now.
I'm telling you. You know why? Because Johnny knows best.
Has anybody called you that? Has anybody heard it and brought that up?
No, I think you're the only one that actually does it.
Yeah,
But
nobody's going to come up to you and call you Hornet. Don't worry about that. I mean, I don't think, I've gotten like 700 plays on my episodes, but it's been like on other episodes where people have listened. I don't think that was like the second episode, I think, where I mentioned that, and I don't think anybody has really, you just brought it up now though, so people might, pick up on it now, but it's not, I wouldn't worry about it.
I don't mind it. My dad nicknamed me that because he used to say I'd get as mad as a hornet in a jar.
Yeah, you told me that story when I met your dad.
Yep.
Oh man.
I had a temper now growing up.
Yeah, I've seen you mad a few times. You really do. You're a pretty even-tempered guy. You're pretty laid back, but you can get riled up sometimes. You know, when I've seen it in grill, like on Friday nights when we'd be working in grill, and you would get real upset. I've seen you get kind of mad. You almost, you change colors almost.
Yeah, McDonald's working on the grill on a Friday night in Enterprise would I think that brings out the worst in everybody.
Yeah, McDonald's can be very stressful, especially on Friday nights or overnight in the grill. It can be very, very stressful. I had a conversation with Nate just the other day. I had to cut a lot of it out because we had audio problems, but we were talking about McDonald's, and one of the things that he brought up was a lot of people that criticize other people working at McDonald's. They don't understand how stressful it can be on the employees and how much bullshit that you have to put up with. And he was talking about he doesn't think that a lot of people, the $15 an hour thing. He was talking about that. He was thinking he doesn't necessarily agree that a lot of the workers deserve $15 an hour, but some of them deserve to make more than what they make, is what Nate was saying, basically. Because of all the stuff they have to put up with.
Okay, so this is going to be a subject, and it may hurt people's feelings, but I'm just going to be honest with you.
Okay, go ahead.
About the whole $15 an hour at McDonald's thing.
Okay. I have a feeling what you're going to say, but go ahead.
It is not right.
Right.
That a worker at a fast food restaurant makes $15 an hour as a entry-level employee. Now, I'm not saying management. I'm not saying store management. I'm not saying none of that. But you've got people out there that are literally stepping out on the line, getting in the field with guns pointed at them as a police officer. And I know some McDonald's employees that make more than a police officer does. You got people out here fighting for our freedom, okay? Mm-hmm. And they're not even making $15 an hour. So why is it right that you're making $15 an hour when the people that are actually fighting for you ain't even making that?
Yeah, you got a point.
Why is it right that you chose to work at McDonald's? You choose your own path. If you want to make more money, then you need to go into a career that makes more money.
Right.
And that's my outlook on that. Now, I'm not saying that all employees should walk in the door and they should stay at minimum wage. I know one person in particular, and I'd never say it, that had been there for over 10 years. I will not call him out. They had been there for over 10 years, and I think he was only making $11 an hour.
Manager?
Yes.
Wow.
You know who he is.
Oh, okay. I do.
Yes, but I think he was only making $11 an hour.
Wow.
And he was always being overlooked.
Yeah.
So
that's terrible.
10 to 15 years, I don't know the exact amount of time he was there for, but you're looking at 10 or 15 years and you're only making $11 an hour. That's not right to me.
Yeah.
You put in a lot of dedication to that place. You've helped build it, and you always get passed up to better yourself and opportunities, because they always tell you that you got a problem with yourself. You got a problem that's preventing you. Well, when you fix that problem, it's all of a sudden another problem.
Mm-hmm.
And when this certain somebody listens to this podcast, because I know he will, he's gonna know exactly who he's gonna know I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that person is now doing much better for himself, and I'm very proud of him for that.
Right.
McDonald's is not for everybody. Some people make it, some people don't. But when you start at McDonald's, unless you have it set that that's going to be your career, you don't deserve $15 an hour.
Okay, so let me get this clear, so I'm not misunderstanding you. So what you're saying is, not everybody should come in making $15 an hour, but people that have put 15 to 20 years, or people that made that their career to move up in the organization of McDonald's, you think some of them deserve to make, 14, 15 an hour, maybe, possibly. Is that what you're saying, or am I misunderstanding you?
Yes, almost. So what I'm saying is pretty much, you got, okay, you just walk in the door.
Okay.
You're just a crew member. You don't
right.
deserve $15 an hour. Nobody deserves $15 an hour walking in the door.
Okay.
You need to work your way up to $15 an hour. Now, I'm not saying that you don't deserve $15 ever, but not a walking in the door.
Right.
And if you choose to get into a comfort zone, as I like to say, a comfort zone, and only stay a crew member, then you only deserve to make what a crew member tops out at.
Okay, I agree with you there. I agree with you. I smell what you're cooking now. I'm 100% agreement with you there. But if you decide to move up to go from crew member to crew trainer to manager to maybe GM or assistant manager, or you get to the point where you have your own store, you're running your own store, how much do you think those people should be able to make?
Well, I mean, it all depends on how well that person performs.
Right.
It all depends on how many stores that person oversees.
Okay.
I mean, the possibilities are endless there.
Right.
But what I'm saying is if you want to advance in life and you want to make more money, why don't you show some initiative and move up to make the money?
Right. It's a very good outlook.
There's a lot of people, and again, like I said, I may offend people, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of people that just want a handout.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong. Back in the days, if you wanted to make more money, you bettered yourself to make more money.
Right. True. So you're saying that society now has gotten to the point to where people, like certain people, not everybody, but certain people expect a handout or expect. You're saying that a lot of people nowadays, they have a sense of entitlement. Is that what you're saying?
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. I agree with you to a certain extent on that. I definitely think that, especially this new generation, people coming up now in their late teens, early 20s, and I might offend certain people by saying this, but that's okay. It's my show. I don't have a problem offending people. People in their late teens and early 20s, they haven't had to work for things like you and I and people our age have had to work for stuff.
Exactly. No, and it shouldn't offend anybody.
Right.
Because if it offends you, I'm going to go and say this now. If it offends you, then you're the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? If it don't offend you, that means that you've done something with your life and you're trying to better it.
Right.
There's plenty of programs out there. There's plenty of opportunities for you to advance in your life, but you have to be willing to take them.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to grow up.
Yeah.
And take on a responsibility. Be a man. Be a woman. Grow up. Be an adult.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to take that responsibility, though. They don't want to, they just feel a sense of entitlement. And I think it has a lot to do with how they're raised and, parents raising their kids and babying their kids, even into their late teens. They bail them out of trouble, or they don't have to work for things like we had to work for things. They get bailed out, and so then when they get it and become adults and go out into the real world, they expect someone to give them stuff, or they feel entitled to stuff. And I don't agree with that.
It's when you grow up and you have a kid, you make that decision. You decided to have a kid. It takes two to make a kid. Okay, it don't take one. It takes two.
Yes.
Okay, so when you decided to take that responsibility on, why don't you grow up and raise that kid?
Right.
Okay? Stop being a child. Grow up. It's time to realize that you have responsibilities. You can't go out and party. Don't pawn your kid off for somebody else.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. A lot of people don't have that maturity or haven't reached that maturity level to where they take responsibility for their children, or they take responsibility for where they are in life, They blame society.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the problem. Don't be don't contribute to the problem. Be a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. And they always want you to give them, but don't expect them to give to you back. It's like, you're going to scratch my back, but I'm never going to scratch yours, and it don't work like that.
Right.
And that's a lot of the problem. And,
right.
That prevent them from being able to better themselves, whether it be something medically, whether it be something
like brain children
in their life, But at the same time, at the end of the day, you can have all the family in the world and you can have all the friends in the world, but you got to look after you.
That's true.
You got to make sure you're okay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And people that want to walk around and say, I got a little disability. I got a disability here. I got a disability here. Well, I know somebody that actually, I'm talking to somebody that has a major disability that could really go on disability, literally, that I've told plenty of times that needs to go on disability so he didn't have to work so much, but chooses not to.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell you that you're like an inspiration to me, because a lot of people would have took the easy way out.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
Well,
so, just what I'm basically getting at is only you can choose the path of your life. Nobody else can. If you want to change, you have to make the change. Nobody else is going to make it for you.
Right.
But don't expect people to just hand out to you. That's not the right way to do it.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people are looking for a handout, but coming up like I came up, I always had to, I had to crawl and scratch and pull my way up to get anything or get anywhere in life. And, I always had to take care of myself. I had to take care of my mom. I had to take care of my sister. I always had responsibility even when I was a very little child. So when I grew up and became an adult, I had, to act the same way. I've always believed that if I wanted something or if I needed something, I had to work for it. And so maybe that's another reason, not the only reason, but one of the many reasons why I just don't want to go on